Hey Gemini, how you doing? Welcome to my channel, Crystal Empress 33. I have to say this just because I split the deck to it. I was going to talk about my meditation for this video. You're going through releasing something or someone right now. And so these next couple of weeks are going to be focused on you healing. 22 on the clock. And it feels like a situation. It could either be a situation or a person tied to a situation. And certain situations may keep coming up and arising to show you the pattern of someone. And I feel like they're going to kind of get your goat and get under your skin. And they like to do that. But the reason Source is allowing them to do that is to show you where their true intentions lie. So there's going to be some circumstances in the next couple of weeks where people are going to show their true colors, and it's really going to piss you off. I'm going to be honest. It's going to piss you off, but it also moves you forward. You are going to, it's like somebody wanting to pick a fight, and you don't really realize all along they've been wanting to try to pick these fights, and then finally something happens, 1:11 on the clock, something happens that brings it about to where you see a pattern that, oh my God, they've been doing this to me for ABC, or, I don't know, however long, months, years, days, weeks, it doesn't matter. It's different for everybody. But you're going to spend a lot of time resting over these next couple of weeks. There's going to be a nice balance. A nice balance. I feel like, I don't know why these are bothering me today, but they are. There's going to be a nice balance between resting, working, and playing. And so they want you to be amenable with your schedule. They don't want you to be really rigid with your schedule right now, Gemini, which is great for you because you can, squirrel, like thought. So they want you to take this, like, if you make a schedule, like for example, this morning I had to go get my blood drawn for my thyroid levels. And I was planning on getting up at 5, meditating, stretching, and doing that and going to get my blood drawn while my kids were in school. And then I'd come back and do videos. Well, they changed it in meditation, 222. So pay attention to your meditations. And there's another 4. That's 4 of Swords and 4 of Wands. Your happiness is tied to your rest right now. So what they're telling me is, for example, instead of me getting my blood drawn first, they had me do all 3 of my videos for today. And then I went and got my blood drawn. Then I went and picked my kids up. Then I came back. And then I posted those videos. And now I'm doing more for the rest of the week. So it's like my schedule is still the same. I still did the same things I had planned on. But the pattern changed. Like the time where I allotted for getting a blood draw was different from the time that I originally thought. So they want to give you in meditation. They want to infuse you with the ideas for a schedule and how to plan your day and make things easier for you for the next 2 weeks. So please work on meditating so that you can relax your mind. You're going to need it. I also just heard that any arguments that come up with whatever person or situation, they're going to happen towards the end of the day, like evening, end of the day. That way your whole day is not ruined, and sources even plan that out for you. When these conversations come about, they've planned that out for you, because you get pissed off at night, then maybe you can take a break, do what you need to do at night, and it doesn't like derail your entire day and what you had planned. Like they're even planning these situational arguments in the evening, and I don't know why. They just wanted me to let you know that. So, but I don't know, just something that just feels like something from the past is kind of holding you back, but it's not going to anymore. Source is breaking this shit up for you. Break it up, break it up, break it down, break it down. What do you need to release? I told you. Yeah, you're in the process of releasing a situation or person tied to a situation. Something harmful happened to you, and you can take harmful is going to mean different things to different people, so take it as it resonates. It can be harmful to you with your emotions. It can be harmful to you physically, mentally, whatever it is. They're wanting you to really take in these next 2 weeks. They're going to show you what needs to be released through experience. So when an experience happens, don't get pissed off at the experience. Recognize the pattern. Because this is something that's happened in the past, somebody pulling on your heartstrings, your emotional strings, physical strings, whatever it is. And it's like Source is showing you what they're doing. They don't want you to get focused on, they hurt me, they did this again, they hurt me, they did this again. Like, okay, they did this, they've done this before, when this happened, they've done this before, when this happened, they've done this before, when this happened. This is a pattern. And it's just going to let you see who you need to release or what you need to release. And it's going to come through experience. So when that happens and you have this heightened emotional state for a period of time, this reading is going to be brought to your mind and everything that was said about it, okay? So the next 2 weeks are more about healing for you, Gemini. Oh, that fell on the floor. Okay, get my chair back. Okay, look, meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces is right around the corner, honey. Right around the corner. End of February. Don't let your past hold you back, and it's time to release negativity. I'm telling you, time to release negativity, and what is it you need to release? It's literally telling you what you need to release. Something has really gotten your goat in the past, or someone, and they're about to go bye-bye, or they have gone bye-bye already, and it's just the emotional trauma needs to go. Maybe your thoughts still go to them a lot. They want you to spend more time. I'm seeing somebody weave. I don't weave, so I don't know how to explain what I'm seeing, other than I just see them like with some type of weaving board, and they've got yarn weaving. They want you to get back into that. I also just heard reading is going to be really good for you. Reading is going to be a good way to stimulate your mind, Gemini, since you tend to have a pretty active mind. But also let you relax in the process, and you're going to find out some really good information that's going to help you with this. I also just heard that there's a significant podcast. I don't know if it like shows up on your phone or something. Somehow it's going to be on your phone. They want you to listen to it. So the next time some podcast shows up, Gemini, and you remember, click on that podcast, because it's going to be important for you and helping you release this stuff. Okay. Somebody's done you dirty. But it's weird, because the energy I get from it, it's like they've done you dirty, but they've done you dirty in ways that you've never really experienced yet. It's like you don't even understand like the full gamut or depth of why somebody's done the things they've done towards you. And you're going to find that out. Like here you are thinking like this, like it affects you automatically when something happens. Immediately it affects you in one emotional way. But what they're saying is the reason this person's doing it's different than the reason you think. They are very self-centered. Very self-centered. Me, 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 me. What can you do for me? What can you give me? What status can you give me? What upgrade can you give me? How can I benefit from this relationship? You're going to realize that somebody just keeps kind of playing on your weakness here, Gemini. It's like, and it's not even, here's the thing. It's not even a weakness. They want you to think it's a weakness. Because if they keep you in the mindset of thinking you have like something to work through or work on, then you're never going to pay attention to the fact that what they did is dirty, and what they did was manipulate a kindness in you, a vulnerability in you that you don't, honestly, you don't give to many people. You really don't. And you notice how this is like pushed down. All these other ones are in line, but this one's pushed down, and it's kind of under this crystal. The answers that you need happen with your spirit team and your spirit team alone. There are no readers out there that are going to give you the specifics about this. I feel like some of the specifics that get talked about would make videos get taken down. Absolutely. There goes my notifications. It gets videos taken down. Okay? So it's like no reader's going to be able to talk about this unless it's like a private reading. And I don't know. But it's just like whatever it is, it can't be talked about publicly on a platform like this. Oh, man. Okay. This just came through, and I'm going to say it just because Source brought it up. I'm not seeing it in the cards. Someone just had a child go through some trauma, abuse. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. Of an intimate nature. You found out that somebody had done something to a child of yours. And they're telling me when you hear that they're showing somebody, a woman with a dam breaking, tears just going crazy. It's a young child. They want you to know your child's doing much better than you think, and that some of your emotions is actually being projected onto the child, and it's making them even more uncomfortable. It's like God does this thing, Source does this thing when abuse and trauma happens to us when we're young. We go through these cycles with the development of the brain where we can, well, you don't want your child shutting down. Therapy or whatever would be, a good avenue if you think so for your child. It's your choice. But it's like God will compartmentalize that and not make it really a big deal then for the child, unless it's real painful. Obviously, that's a different situation. This doesn't feel like, it just feels like somebody's got touched inappropriately, I'll be honest. And you found out about it. And they're saying you're kind of blowing it out of proportion a little bit, just because of what you've been through. I don't know what it is. And it's kind of scaring your kid more than helping them at this time. So maybe you speaking with a therapist would help too. And I know that's very specific. Not everybody will relate with that part. But it's like Source will keep the child safe from those kind of memories until a certain age where they're able to deal with that. For me, when I got abused when I was a child, I was like 6. It affected me when I became a Christian. I rededicated my life to Christ back in my early 20s. I'm 43. And I said, God, I want you to use me. And it was like 2 to 3 days. All of a sudden, I had my first panic attack. And all of a sudden, they just kept coming. And all this stuff from childhood came up about abuse and trauma. And all those years went by. Now, mind you, those years I was operating out of wounds. So if your child does that, it's like it's a good time to make sure that they're getting the help that they need emotionally and finding healthy outlets so that they don't, I'm not going to say that for sure, but there's just a lot of research out there showing that people who've had trauma like that tend to lean towards substances later on in life. So just keep that in mind. Okay. I'm sorry that I had to give that side message, but it was for someone who's going to be watching this that needed to know that. This came right back out. It literally came right back out. You're going to receive, didn't I say that earlier in the reading, that you were going to receive all of your answers in clarity and meditation and quiet times and contemplation? I'm seeing somebody sitting on a porch, kind of like rocking with a notebook. They want you to write down what you're like hearing, seeing, feeling at that time. And you'll know when it's the time, because you're going to be covered in goosebumps. It's like a vibrational hug from your spirit team, and something's really profound is going to be given to you, and they want you, what do you want them to do? They want you to know that things are going to be balanced out. Things are going to be made fair. Things are going to work in your favor, as long as you take the next couple weeks to make sure you're resting and not being a hothead when you find out some information. Okay. Their source is going to hand feed you, let's just say, everything you need to do daily for the next 2 weeks. You got to meditate. You got to meditate. You got to meditate. Sit with a notebook, maybe on your porch. Just scribble in it to get your mind just kind of focused. You want your mind to be focused on non-important things, or, you know, not topics, so to speak, that have a lot of resistance. But they're going to be giving you in meditation. Oh, wow. They just said this is going to come in a really profound way. So over the next 2 weeks, there's a message here that's twofold. You're going to be receiving all kinds of support and help and guidance from the divine on your daily tasks, on how to handle situations, how to handle your schedule for the day. You know, help you out with. They're going to give you ideas with things to eat to make your day flow better. And you know, they are going to know this because they know what conversations are coming to you that you don't know about yet. They know all this stuff. So that is happening. Also, they said for some of you out there, there's some communication coming in from somebody, and they're tapping my left eye, feminine energy. Somebody who's been watching you somehow is going to be making their way towards you. What do they want? Is this good? Is this bad? What do they want? Like, okay, those came out in the group, and they want me to take them. Yes, this is somebody who's watched you master a certain level of courage and strength within yourself that they didn't realize before, that you had before. It's like you started out with this, you know, infant type of energy, this childlike energy, and you've grown into this beautiful soul. And this is your spiritual awakening card. This is about you coming into higher vibrations, understanding spirit, understanding how to read signs, practicing your intuitive skills, learning about all the clairs that you have. It's like you did all of this, and somebody's watched you grow into something physical. All right, so let's see who it is and what it is. So we have 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 6 of Swords, King of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. Someone who wants to do something with you, collaborate with you in some way. I don't know if it's professional, personal, romantic. I don't know. Something about someone wants to collaborate with you on something because they've watched a skill set of yours grow, and they're really intrigued by some type of skill set. And it could be due to have something to do with speaking. Your communication style, what you talk about, is really valuable to this person. They've watched your situation somehow unfold. They're really in tune with source. But this person's also very logical. They have a great knack for a keen mind, a very keen mind. And they've been kind of sitting back on their heels, letting you grow and watching you work your way out of situations that you haven't even fully aware. You're not even fully aware that they've been watching you walk out of situations. And there's certain situations that you've actually let go that this person has recognized that you're not recognizing yourself. And they're really excited to talk to you about this. They want to make something fair for you. They know that you're new to this, whatever it is, if it's communication, because you got the Page of Swords again, like maybe you're new to speaking publicly, but it's going to make you a lot of money, and they see your potential. And this is what you have coming in for you after you release all of this. Yeah, this is what comes in right on the heels of you releasing some type of thing over the next 2 weeks, some situation you're going to go through. Okay. All right, guys. I love you very much, Gemini. I will see you in the next one. Peace and love.